The planet Neptune is incredibly fascinating. However, as things are, there is a lot that the public is unaware of. Maybe it's because Neptune is the planet that is furthest from the Sun, or maybe it's because so few explorers have traveled so far into our solar system. Neptune is a gas, an ice, giant that is full of awe, regardless of the cause. We've prepared a selection of fascinating planet-related facts below. You may be familiar with some of these. Others, though, are certain to shock and perhaps even surprise you. Enjoy! The farthest planet is Neptune. Although it may seem like a straightforward statement, it's actually quite intricate. Neptune was the solar system's most distant planet when it was discovered in 1846. However, after the discovery of Pluto in 1930, Neptune lost its position as the second farthest planet. However, because to Pluto's highly eccentric orbit, there are times when it orbits the Sun closer than Neptune. The most recent instance of this occurred in 1979 and lasted until 1999. Neptune was once more the planet that was farthest away during that time. The question of which planet was the farthest was then raised once more at the International Astronomical Union General Assembly, which was held in Prague between August 14th and August 25th, 2006. The IAU thought it was time to develop a precise definition of what a planet was in light of the recent finding of numerous Pluto-sized planets in the Kuiper Belt, including Eris, Haumea, Sedna, and Make, as well as the current situation with Ceres. The International Astronomical Union, IAU, adopted a resolution that defined a planet as a celestial body orbiting a star that is massive enough to be rounded by its own gravity but has not cleared its neighboring region of planetesimals and is not a satellite. This definition would prove to be very contentious. More specifically, it needs enough mass to overcome its compressive strength and reach hydrostatic balance. Pluto was subsequently demoted from the status of planet and designated as a dwarf planet as a result. Neptune is now the planet with the greatest distance from Earth once more. The smallest of the gas giants is Neptune. Neptune is smaller than all the other gas giants in the solar system, including Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus, with an equatorial radius of just 24,764 kilometers. The strange thing is that Neptune is actually roughly 18% more massive than Uranus. Neptune is substantially more massive and has a higher density than Uranus while being smaller. Neptune is the solar system's densest gas giant, with a density of 1.638 g/cm3. Nearly Earth-like surface gravity on Neptune. Neptune is a gas and ice sphere that likely has a rocky core. You couldn't possibly stand on Neptune's surface without simply sunking in. On Neptune, though, you would see something incredible if you were to stand there. Nearly identical to the force of gravity you experience while walking on Earth is the force dragging you down. Only 17% of Earth's gravity is stronger than Neptune's. In fact, that has solar system gravity that is 1 g nearest to Earth. Neptune is nearly 4 times larger than Earth yet has a mass that is 17 times greater. Since its higher mass is dispersed across a bigger area, the pull of gravity would be about the same at the surface, with the exception of the section where you kept sinking. The strongest winds in the solar system are found on Neptune. Think a hurricane is frightening? A hurricane with winds of up to 2,100 kilometers per hour comes to mind. Scientists are baffled as to how an incredibly cold planet like Neptune can cause its cloud tops to move so quickly, as you can obviously guess. One hypothesis is that the planet's atmosphere's fluid gas flow and frigid temperatures may have reduced friction to the point where it is simple to produce winds with such high speeds. The coldest planet in the solar system is Neptune. Neptune has a maximum temperature of 51.7 Kelvin, or -221.45 degrees Celsius, -366.6 degrees Fahrenheit, at the peak of its clouds. That is nearly 3 times as cold as the lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth, -89.2 degrees Celsius, -129 degrees Fahrenheit, meaning that a person without protection would instantly freeze to death. Pluto experiences temperatures as low as 33 K, -240 degrees Celsius per -400 degrees Fahrenheit as it gets colder. Pluto, however, isn't a planet anymore, remember? Rings on Neptune. Saturn is typically the planet that springs to mind when people think of ring systems. Would it surprise you to learn that Neptune also has a ring structure, though? Unfortunately, it is not as widely known as Saturn's bright, prominent ring because it is more challenging to detect. All 5 of Neptune's rings, Gale, Leverrier, Lassell, Arago, and Adams, are named after astronomers who made significant discoveries regarding Neptune. At least 20% of the dust in these rings is micrometer-sized, identical to the particles that make up Jupiter's rings. Some rings include as much as 70%. Small rocks make up the remaining components of the ring. The planet's rings are black and difficult to perceive, which is probably caused by the presence of organic substances that have been impacted by cosmic radiation. This is quite dissimilar to the icy Saturnian rings, yet similar to the rings of Uranus. The age of Neptune's rings is thought to be significantly younger than that of the solar system and much younger than that of Uranus' rings. They are thought to be the result of a collision between several of the planet's primordial moons, which is consistent with the notion that Triton was a Kuiper Belt object, KBO, that was captured by Neptune's gravity, see below. Triton, Neptune's largest moon, orbits the planet in a retrograde direction. Neptune most likely captured Triton. Accordingly, it orbits the planet in reverse of how the other moons of Neptune do. Because the moon didn't form in the same spot as the rest of Neptune's moons, it is assumed that Neptune captured Triton. Triton is slowly spiraling inward toward Neptune while rotating in sync with the planet. Triton will probably be split up at some point throughout the course of billions of years by the gravitational pull of Neptune, becoming a majestic ring around the planet. This ring will be drawn in and strike the Earth. It is unfortunate that such an event won't take place for such a very long time because it would be incredible to witness. Only one close-up visit has been made to Neptune. Neptune has only ever been visited by one spacecraft, NASA's Voyager 2, which made the trip there as part of its grand tour of the solar system. On August 25, 1989, Voyager 2 conducted a flyby of Neptune, passing within 3,000 kilometers from the planet's North Pole. Since its launch from Earth, Voyager 2 has made only one other near encounter to an object, and that was this one. Voyager 2 analyzed the atmosphere, rings, magnetosphere, and Triton during its close approach of Neptune. The spinning storm system known as the Great Dark Spot on Neptune was also visible to Voyager 2 but has since vanished, according to Hubble Space Telescope observations. The information obtained by Voyager helped to clarify the true nature of this phenomena, which was once believed to be a sizable cloud in and of itself. There are no future plans to travel to Neptune. Given that there are no concrete plans to visit the Neptune system again, the incredible images of Neptune taken by Voyager may second be all we get for decades. However, NASA has projected that a potential flagship mission might happen at some point in the late 2020s or early 2030s. For instance, NASA revealed tentative plans to launch the Neptune Orbiter, a new Cassini-Huygens-style mission to Neptune, in 2003. This spacecraft, which was also known as a Neptune Orbiter with probes, was scheduled to launch in 2016 and would orbit Neptune by 2030. The projected mission would orbit the planet and observe its moons, ring system, weather, and magnetosphere. However, there hasn't been any word about this project in recent years, and it appears to have been abandoned. Argo, a flyby spacecraft that would be launched in 2019 and visit Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and a Kuiper Belt object, was another, more recent NASA plan. Neptune and Triton, its largest moon, would be the primary targets of the investigation, which would begin in 2029. And these are just a few of the characteristics that make Neptune such an intriguing and important planet to study. One can only hope that other expeditions to the outer solar system will one day be launched in order to delve deeper into its numerous mysteries. This is all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for more videos. Stay tuned with AWZ.